everyone, I'm Maggie Moon. Thank you so very much for joining me today as I discuss my journey as a Luciferian witch. This is going to be a series that is going to go on for a little bit. Any questions along the way, post them in the comments below and I will address them in the upcoming videos. I think I want to begin by talking about what drew me to Luciferianism in the first place, especially after already being a practicing witch for 33 plus years. Was coming across a couple of people that weren't even talking about Luciferianism, had admirable qualities about them. This one person in particular, the first thing that I noticed about her, that her aura was so well maintained, perfectly kept, her psychic hygiene was excellent, was confident in her stance, knowing that she deserves to have whatever she wants, having that confidence. So many qualities about this person that I thought, wow, you know, she is doing something right. And then I came across a gentleman who was speaking, and it was the same thing, the way he carried himself, that energy that he sent forth when he spoke, that place of truth, that place of power. They clearly had their together on all levels. Healthy mind, healthy body, their energetic fields. I was inspired to learn more about their practices, learned more about it. I started to see that, wow, all these years I didn't have a name for it. Luciferianism has no specific dogma to which the practitioners must adhere to. Instead, we practice in a way that is personally meaningful to some of us believe in the gods, and as Lucifer as being a specific deity. Some just rather use these energies as symbolism and to feel inspired by what these things represent. And you must remember, when we approach this, we're not approaching it from a Christian lens in any way, shape, or form. It's, to us, Lucifer is the morning star associated with Venus. Okay, as a light bringer. Lucifer is associated with enlightenment and liberation of thinking and helping us feed that black flame within. And I just want to talk about this early on too. There's no support of violence or harming the innocent or going out and harming people at all unless, you know, we're defending ourselves very strongly on the evolution of the self, okay, and self-control, an emphasis in self-responsibility and intellectual development, owning your actions and having self-accountability. So there is no scapegoating anyone or anything in any way, shape, or form. So we don't blame everything on the devil made me do it, or oh, I'm a victim of this and this and that. The emphasis is to take back your personal power, take the steps to create a life that we want in the physical world, as well as the spiritual life that we want and where we want to be, what direction we want to take, what we want to have happen. So we are actively working toward creating on every level, from how we navigate our way through the physical world as well as the spiritual world. And there's an extremely strong emphasis on spiritual evolution. We accept and own that all of our actions have consequences, whether those consequences are good for us or bad for us, or good for those we love or bad for those we love. So we realize that we have accountability for the things that we do, things that we send. We are always mindful of our choices. Wisdom and enlightenment is the ultimate goal, and the focus is on the realization of seeking out truth. Okay, truth with a capital T, and that is truth for ourselves. Don't sit in a building once a week and get spoon-fed. Have a list of rules that we're supposed to follow, but yet break, but that's okay, because on Sunday we can put a little bit of money in the baskets and go sit in a little confessional and tell our sins and say 5 Hail Marys and 4 Our Fathers, and we're fine until we do it all again the next week. There's none of that. This is a higher vibrational way of being, not the lower vibrational way of being. If you want to truly seek out enlightenment, you're really going to have to open your eyes and seek things out and learn these things for yourself. Okay, just don't take anyone's word for it. Don't take my word for it. Be inspired and then seek out the truth for yourself. Work with gods and goddesses. There's not a submission a groveling, non-questioning, obedient sort of way. That kind of thinking doesn't fly in this practice at all, to be told what to think or what to do. Okay, you figure those things out yourself through your inner works, your work with meditation and self-reflection and learning and growing, and then working with different spirits and deities that will help you understand yourself all the more and help you get to the next level and the next level. We pick out our gods and goddesses to work with because we admire them, we respect them, and that's how we approach them. We approach them with admiration and respect. Work to bring out the qualities and virtues, commandments that we need to follow, because the work is in yourself. Overcoming personal barriers, personal obstacles, toxic behaviors, toxic way of thinking, and sort of freeing the mind and freeing ourselves from all of those things that we need to be rid of, because that's the beginning work of knowledge. Know thyself, okay, to overcome the things that are barriers to our own progress and evolution. So as such, as balanced individuals or people that are striving toward balance, we develop rolling up our sleeves and digging in and working on ourselves and creating the person that we want to be, aspire to be down the road. We have a clear vision and a clear focus on that. And so we have that self-respect, that self-love, and that self-trust. We know what is good for us in our lives, and we know that going around being rude and harming things and disrespecting the environment and animals and things like that, it's not good for us or the world we live in, and we're trying to better both of those things. And for all things that we do, we hold ourselves accountable. And many work as solitaries, as this path is very individualistic. So you don't see a lot of Luciferian groups. There are different ways that Luciferians can connect with each other or others of a like mind to share friendship and knowledge. The main thing is making space for Lucifer in the individual's life. Okay, and the way that we do that, each person does that, is different. A common practice to connect through meditation and ritual is up to the individual, absolutely, as always with everything. This Lucifer is seen as a positive, liberating force. Differences between Satanism and Luciferianism are again as unique and different as each unique practitioner. A desire to convert anyone, because we understand that that's not how it works. There's no converting involved. It's a self-led path, and a path that is liberating to the self, and you will only from yourself and in your own way discover the inspiration and the tools to evolve and become more that which you aspire to be through listening to yourself and your own truth. And we also like to realize and understand that we are gods and goddesses ourselves, and that the gods and goddesses manifest through us. If you're still at the stages, or you have not done this practice in some time, liberating yourself, and by this I mean dropping ideas and beliefs that no longer serve you, ready to take the steps to liberate your mind and actually start to work toward true enlightenment. Okay, not just the stuff that you're being told you should believe, or being told that is right and wrong. I'm going to tell you what I told my mom very early on, because my mom was extremely Catholic, and I was quite young when I started to think outside of that framework, and she was very worried for my soul. And I just said, Mom, at the end of my days, if I have to account for everything that I did or everything that I didn't do, or the things that I believed, I want them to be things that I actually believe in and that means something to me. I want to account truly for myself. Because what if what you're being told is wrong? I'm not willing to stand before any form of judgment, having not thought for myself and made my own decisions and did what I truly believed was right and wrong. Those things I'm willing to account for, not someone else's. And she respected that. So if you're ready to take the steps to start to look or to work on the self, I recommend 2 books. Okay, one, Apotheosis, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Luciferianism and the Left-Hand Path by Michael W. Ford, and I will leave the link in the description below. Another excellent work, especially in the beginning phases when you need to change your thinking. Transcendent Keys to Power by Daniel Updike. Daniel also has Facebook and Instagram and a YouTube channel, okay, as does Michael W. Ford. Okay, just type in Michael W. Ford, you'll have access to all of his videos. With Daniel Updike, it is TDP VIDEOCAST. Type that in, you'll get all the YouTube videos. He is also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Patreon, and it's very much worth your time to check it out. Daniel has been a personal mentor of mine for some years now, and he's the real deal. As is, I believe, Michael W. Ford. I don't know Michael W. Ford personally. I've just been inspired by him very much. There is that, and let me know what you thought of this. If you have any questions, and until next time, I wish you dark and wild blessings.